morning and happy vlogmas episode 8. Today is actually Thursday, December 10th, I believe, and I am on my way to Columbia campus for a COVID test. I think this is my 7th COVID test. So if you're wondering why I'm taking so many, it's just out of my own paranoia, honestly. I don't know what coat I'm gonna wear, but this is the outfit of the day. I figured I would do an all white. I haven't done an all white in a while, and of course the mask has gone. And today's actually sunny, so I'm so happy to go outside. Campus looks so pretty. I just walked 30 minutes to get bagels and I'm not sorry about it. It feels so good to be sitting in the sun. I'm not wearing my mask because I'm like way away from everybody else, but I feel like with graduation coming up, coming on campus kind of just serves as a moment of reflection for me, because it reminds me of like where I am, what I'm doing, what I still need to do. I feel like it's really grounding. I don't really know how else to put it, because I worked my ass off to get here and sometimes I forget that. And I've been working my ass off the past year and a half, and I feel like sometimes we get so caught up in the go and what's the next thing and applying to jobs and what am I going to do after this, that we forget to appreciate the current moment. So I came here a week or two ago, and just sitting here and reflecting made me feel so much better that I'm glad I'm doing it again. I think I just want to take advantage of the days that are sunny and not too freezing cold to be here while I can, because graduation is coming up in April, and that's so weird to think about because I feel like I just started and now we're finishing. Story most of you might not know is my family immigrated to New York when I was 9 years old, and before coming here I didn't even know what college was. Like, the concept of college was such a something I had never thought about before. My parents are the smartest people that I know, but they never got a chance to go to college, and Columbia was the first time that I learned what college was. I didn't even know Columbia was Columbia. I had no idea what Ivy Leagues were or anything like that, but my first introduction to universities was Columbia, and I grew up with Columbia being the dream. But once we moved for undergrad, I really psyched myself out. I applied to a bunch of schools, but I think I was just so afraid I wasn't going to get in. I didn't want the rejection that I didn't even bother applying. I didn't get rejected from any of the schools that I had applied to, so sometimes I think back and just wish I had applied. And then other times I feel that if I had, I would be at a completely different place right now, and I'm thankful for the way everything worked out, because if I hadn't gone to University of Oregon, I wouldn't have met like my closest friends now. So I have no regrets about anything. But getting in last year or 2 years ago was such a surreal moment, because I felt like it was a combination of all the things coming together to make it happen. And once school started, I had such imposter syndrome of thinking I didn't belong here, wasn't smart enough to be here. So it feels really nice just sitting here and thinking of how far I've come. Still get imposter syndrome a good amount of times, but it's never as bad as it used to be. I think the one thing that I realize the older I get is the importance of representation, of seeing somebody that looks like you or shares a similar background as you doing something that you want to do, whether that's a job, whether that's a school, it's like an organization, it's a profession, whatever it may be. And I know a lot of you watch my getting in video, and I really only made that because I had to figure out the whole college process on my own, whether that was undergrad or graduate school. I just wanted to be that representation for somebody, or the guidance, or just providing like a framework on like what to do, because I think so many of us don't get that. And I feel like for the ones of us that do break the mold and do break the path and end up in a space where people that look like us or have our background don't usually get in, I think we maybe carry a little bit of a burden, or like put pressure on ourselves to like try to pave the path for everybody else, but I think that's necessary, right? Like, I feel like it's necessary to try to make everybody's life easier after us to get to where we are. So I find myself always going back to the idea of representation and like how I could increase the representation. So I'm always really thankful for all of you and all your kind messages. You all have no idea how much your words and comments and DMs and emails mean to me. And I just hope that once y'all get to all the roles and all the schools, whatever that you're always dreamt about, that you like have it in yourself to try to make it easier for the people following afterwards. Another thing I like to remind myself is we are literally our ancestors' wildest dreams happen. My parents gave up everything to come to America. Like, they left their dreams, their families, their loved ones, everything that was comfortable to them, to come somewhere that they knew nothing about. They sacrificed everything. And I'm sure a lot of you could relate. It's like, we just want to make their sacrifices worth it. But again, I feel like sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves that we just forget to take a second to like appreciate and celebrate like everything we've done, everything we've accomplished, everything we're going to accomplish. And I say this because I need a reminder to myself, but if you're watching this and you can relate, like, I just want you to know you're badass, you're killing it, don't be so hard on yourself. Especially in a pandemic, I feel like so many people that I know are going through it, and that's okay. Like, we just have to let ourselves go through it because we're in a worldwide pandemic, but we're still expected to show up and do everything and perform at our best the way we were before, but the world isn't the way that it was before. So if you need more time, if you need to just cut back, if you need to slow things down, like, be gentle with yourself during this time, because I think so many of us are just in survival mode of like doing whatever we need to do right now to make sure we get through the pandemic. And then for others, I think the pandemic was a reality that put into perspective like what is important and kind of forced us to slow down, which I know could be hard if you're like me and are so used to constantly being on the go, but it's necessary. Like, sometimes you just need to slow down. Sometimes you need to stop putting pressure on yourself to constantly be in this like rat race and just breathe and like be okay not being okay, but also be okay with not constantly having to be productive 24/7, which is just this like capitalistic mentality that we're fed. Like, if you just need to take a little bit to just breathe and relax and take care of yourself, whatever that may look like, just allow yourself to do it and stop putting so much pressure on yourself to be like your best performing self in the middle of a freaking pandemic, you know? I know I'm totally rambling, but just to summarize the main points of what I just said in case you skip forward to this point is: 1, appreciate the little things. 2, celebrate all your accomplishments, big or small. And 3, be gentle with yourself, especially during this pandemic, and allow yourself to do whatever you need to do to get through this. It started getting cold, so I came back home. A big part of my day today is actually preparing for a photo shoot I'm doing tomorrow with Alicia. If you saw the vlog of the 3 photo shoots I did in 3 days, you've seen her already, and a lot of her photos are on my Instagram. She's incredible. Tomorrow we're doing a shoot at my apartment, and I haven't done that with a photographer yet, so I think that'll be exciting. I feel really comfortable here, so I think that'll help with the photos. And the exciting part about tomorrow's shoot is we're kind of coming up with the concept. I'm styling myself, and again, I think that just really adds to the comfort. And I think the more comfortable you feel, the more confident you feel. The more confident you feel, the better poses you could do and the better the photos come out. So I've been working on a mood board of a few pictures I'm thinking in the vibe we're going for is like cozy, effortless, but I also want to play around with the projector. And I've also, you probably saw it on my Instagram because I tried doing it myself, but I really like the wet look, so trying to figure out how to recreate that. I might do a similar thing as I did on the Thanksgiving Day photo shoot, but let me show you all like 3 dresses I have in mind. My whole apartment is a mess right now, but I think shooting in these 3 will be fun. So these are some options. I still don't know if we're gonna end up doing this, but I think a possibility would also be shooting some Savage X Fenty. It would just be so bold, and I feel like I have enough creepy people on my DMs as it is, so I would be afraid of like posting anything, but maybe just taking it for fun. You know, maybe, I don't know. That's a maybe. My thing is like, my skin is always fine until I have a thing to do, and then why am I breaking out? Why am I breaking out the day before a shoot? It's like my skin senses the fact that it needs to be on camera and decides to act up, but it's fine. We're fine. Hi friends, this is Yasi from the future. I know I've not been very good about uploading these videos. I promise I'm still recording content, just haven't had time to edit it and put everything together, but I forgot to close out this video, so I'm doing it now. I promise the next video is going to be behind the scenes and more fun things. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye.